Okay, so I highly, highly doubt this is gonna work. Yeah, something to deal with that. Alrighty. I'm up to date on all my gym. Yep, it's a Japan thing. They turned Metal Gear into a machine in Castlevania 2. Those four franchises. You know, it would be one thing if, you know, they went, you know, like, okay, let's make some pachinko machines and let's make some games. But they don't really seem all too interested in that. And as far as I know, Metal Gear Survive didn't sell that well. It might have broken even. Unlike what were we talking about yesterday? Lawbreakers. No way that game broke even. Oh ho ho! This guy's got a mouth of his own. Oh ho! Tyrell shooting the shots right back. Howzan? Who's Zan? And Ryuko? A little tired today. There you go, Tyrell. Angry face. Konami is literally alive on gambling addicts and Yu-Gi-Oh players, which are the same thing. Do they make the Yu-Gi-Oh card game or the Yu-Gi-Oh cards? They do? Wow, I didn't know that either. Is Yu-Gi-Oh really still popular? I mean, this is just like one of those weird things. I feel like a lot of people do this, but when I do it, I feel like I'm the only one that actually does it. But whenever I lose interest in something, sometimes I just automatically assume that the world lost interest in it. And because I don't hear anything about it anymore, then, you know, like nobody still plays it or nobody still watches it or, you know, all that other stuff. My dog. All right, let's, if we light this torch, will you get away from that? All right, cool. I just happened to come across that and that works for me. It's still alive. All right. If it has to. Got a pretty good earning system per quarter currently. Honestly, you would not be surprised if it was propping up the company. That would surprise me. Who would think that a card... Well... There's Magic the Gathering. Can't forget about that. What do you do? Hunting spirits to harm a foe. That one is just horrible. Oh, let's give you this. And I could probably get away with giving you a new one. So, something like that. Save. Our games are back on the up again. They slacked off for a bit in popularity, but have picked up in the past 5 years. Oh. We'll go chase after her in a minute. Let's check up on equipment here. Yeah, I used to play. I used to play Magic back in the day, and then I started buying Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and this was back in high school. Like 2 million years ago. And I'm always gonna remember this, or at least I hope I'm always gonna remember this. We used to play Magic in the library, and us people on the Magic side, you know, we were good. How do I want to say it? We'll say good customers of the library. You know, we respected the rules of the library. For that reason, library never had any issues with us. Then Yu-Gi-Oh came around. I think this is when Yu-Gi-Oh was like first becoming popular in the US. And of course, all the Yu-Gi-Oh players, they weren't as awesome as us. They were really loud and obnoxious. You know, they needed to check themselves. And for that reason, we got kicked out of the library. Because of Yu-Gi-Oh! Wow, oh wait, no, this is... Okay. I thought I just bought a helm for Reef. Oh my gosh, I have no money. Oh my gosh, this place is super expensive. What happened to all my money? Oh my goodness. Rusty staff. That to you. I guess we'll buy that as well. Sure. Okay. But yeah, basically, it just became a running joke that, you know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Ruined everything for us. Or ruins everything, so. We blame the Yu-Gi-Oh! Players. Wait, what was the last thing you said? Obati in here? Aoju. Magic is a huge thing for Wizards of the Coast compared to what they're making on D&D right now. Oh, I can believe that 100%. There is no way Dungeons & Dragons is making... you know what? If I had to like do a hot take, I would probably say Dungeons & Dragons doesn't even make up 30% of Wizards of the Coast profits. %. Hippie Ruin? Hippie? Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are anime weebs. They play their card games on motorcycles. Oh my goodness. Alright, there she is. Lady in the Shadows. I will catch you, fiend. You run off too. What is next for the Yu-Gi-Oh? I mean, yeah, they already had the motorcycles. They already had the Seal of Orichalcos. They had Duelist Kingdom, you know, with the tournament for Pegasus. Where do they even go from here? Also, why isn't there a Magic TV show? A Magic cartoon? We need one of those. Magic the Gathering, the animated series. There's a Magic manga? What? Oh my gosh. This is news to me. Do you remember when Blizzard put out a card game for World of Warcraft? And they had like those special cards where you can get special items in World of Warcraft, like mounts and pets and things like that. Those were the days, man. I'm guessing it didn't sell well. They didn't really say why they got rid of that card game, or at least I don't remember. I thought it was pretty popular though, especially tying it into World of Warcraft. I just assumed that like tons of people were buying packs because they wanted those rare mounts and things like that. And now we just play Hearthstone. Because why print actual cards when you can do the whole thing digitally? Well, this was way before Hearthstone. Way before. Like, of course I messed that up. Wow, trading card. Oh, actually, this wasn't as long ago as I thought. Was announced, oh yes it was. Was announced on August 8th, 2005. And released October 25th, 2006. Oh, you know what? You're right. You are 100% right. So they licensed. Maybe I should be paying attention to what's going on here. They licensed it out to Upper Deck so that they could make the cards. You know, because it doesn't make any sense for Blizzard to invest in all the nonsense of making cards, so that kind of makes sense. And then I guess Upper Deck lost that license, and Cryptozoic got the license in 2010, and then in 2013 they said that we're no longer doing this card game thing. And then in 2014 they said, what's up? Hearthstone's out. So they stopped it for for Hearthstone, and that does make a lot of sense. But I really wonder what the sales were for that card game. If it went on for that 8 years, that's a long time for a card game. You have, like, you would have to gather that that was profitable for it to go on that long. I wonder what the conversations were like too, where, you know, they got Hearthstone in development, and then they had this like physical card game. Because, you know, you would have to think like, well, we can still develop these side by side. There doesn't have to be one or the other. And in a lot of ways, they occupy a different space. I don't know. I guess maybe they just didn't want two of the same product. What time is it? This is probably going to be a dungeon, so I should probably end it here. But they probably didn't want two of the same product competing with that market. Even though it's really weird to say this, but Hearthstone and a physical card game, to me, those occupy two separate markets. Because Hearthstone is 100% digital, and the WoW trading card game is 100% physical. And so well, no, I guess, because at the end of the day, if you're interested in both, you're probably going to choose one or the other. And it would probably look better from a financial standpoint and from an investor standpoint if you have a successful game that you can then use as a launch platform to create other games with a similar business model and attract more investors. Whereas a card game doesn't really have that much appeal. Plus, Blizzard isn't a card game company, and so it's probably a lot more difficult to get those projects off the ground. And yeah, like you say, Activision is also at play here. So they probably have a couple things to say about it. And yes, you are not into physical goods. Or not completely crazy. You're also not into physical goods. That's why Hearthstone was born, you'd say. They had that card game running as a thing to see if people were still interested. Then they moved it in-house. Well, the way I heard it was that Hearthstone was developed by like one or two people in the company as like this little fun game that people were playing on their lunch or whatever. And some of the top executive people at Blizzard caught wind of it, and they're like, you know what, this is really cool. You know, let's actually put some resources into this. And so they put some resources into it, and we got Hearthstone from. That's the story that I heard, which is really cool. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here for today. It's 7:26. So got almost about an hour and 30 minutes. Tomorrow I will be getting home around 5 p.m. Pacific. And, you know, just give me like 10, 20 minutes after that maybe to like eat some food or something like that, you know, and all that business. Then I'll queue up the Nintendo Direct. I'll watch that. And then we'll go straight into Golden Sun. And play that for a little while and yeah, take it from there. So yeah, you would bet the top guys had resourcing numbers from the card game. See how practical it would be. Oh yeah, I 100% I believe that like they use data from the physical card game, that would be a no-brainer. You know, why? I mean, if they didn't have any of that intention, they probably would have kept the physical card game around for a little bit longer, maybe. But who knows? Anyways, yeah, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. See you tomorrow around, we'll say like 5:15 Pacific PM time-ish. So yeah. Peace.